Hello dear friends and knitters, happy Easter, go Påske to everyone. It's the first day of Easter and it's a very good time to record a new video. In this video we will talk about several things. First, why I disappeared for a month. Second, what I'm knitting at the moment. Third, the yarn that I bought. And fourth, the last thing, my finished objects. Okay, why I disappeared. First of all, I was really sick with a nasty virus for a couple of weeks, and though I was knitting in bed, I wasn't satisfied with the final results. I was knitting sea glass tea. As I talked about my plans in the previous video, I didn't like the colors that I chose. I unraveled. Then I tried to knit soldotna crop. I didn't like the colors. I unraveled and knitted 3 times different color combos. None of them looked good enough for me, so they didn't survive. And then I looked at my sweaters and shelves packed with sweaters and cardigans and tees, and I realized I don't have to knit for at least 2 years. I have enough. But I want to knit and I have lots of yarn. And I started thinking what to do with that. I can't knit just for the sake of knitting because it's not sustainable. There's no point in doing that. And then I decided that I can knit for you guys. I still in every video show you something, teach you something useful, at least I hope so. And there are always people who want to improve their knitting skills. There are people who just start knitting. And these videos may be useful. So to employ my teaching gene, I decided to start writing patterns and we will see how it goes. The ground under my feet is very unstable in this sphere because I've never done anything like that. Yes, I've written the pattern Aurora socks and it's already available on tusenhav.com, so please go there, check, and if you like, you can purchase it. But apart from that, I've never had any test calls. And this is new, exciting, a bit scary, but if many people can do it, I think I will also make it happen. So that was the main reason, and then I got some wonderful help from my friends who helped me with the website, who helped me with my YouTube design a little bit, and I think it looks now more appealing, more beautiful, more aesthetic, more professional, more. And now let's talk about what I'm knitting. I was going through my yarn stash and found some leftover yarn from alpaca silk, and you know that's my favorite. And I decided to knit a sweater, a striped sweater. Last year was the year of ruffles and puff sleeves, and this year is the year of stripes and eyelets. So I decided to be fashionable and knit a striped sweater. And I think I will knit the second one in similar colors because my daughter saw it and asked me to knit her the same. I don't have the same colors, not all of them. So maybe I'll go and buy a ball of the color that she wants. For this sweater I used not Japanese shoulder technique, but I cast it on the width of my sweater, and then with the short rows I shaped the slope and I knitted straight and then joined two sides here at the neckline, and then I knitted down the front and the back separately and then joined in the round. While I was, one more thing I forgot to say. While I was away here, I decided to go deeper into different techniques of knitting, of making nice edging and final touches so it looks more professional. I watched different masterclasses, tutorials, paid webinars, and many other things, read a lot, and of course I have now to do my homework, because usually those beautiful details are close to the face, so it's either casting on, neckline, picking the stitches for the sleeves, or just different ways how to knit the neckline nicely. I watched it and I was absorbing all the knowledge, information that I get, but of course I have to do my homework and knit everything that I watched. I haven't done that. And now when I have this line where I cast on for the back, you can see it here. And now after watching this, so it's simply I cast on 2 needles and then I knit the back, and then I start shaping with the short rows and straight knitting the front. And now I decided, when I knit for my daughter, I'll try it to make this absolutely invisible. You can see the seam here. I will make seamless, and it will be difficult to tell where it started. I will try. I'll do my best. I think I knitted, it could be a bit wider. It's with little positive ease. So I will try it on now so you could see. Okay, let's have a look at how it sits on me. The neckline, I went around with the hook. I showed you in previous videos how I do it. I just crocheted around and picked the loop that is closer to the outside, not towards the center, and I did the ribbing one by one. I have a little step. I started with the brown, and I didn't want to make any stripes here or change color. I wanted that part that goes into the sleeve to be as clean as possible with very little colors, because if those colors go horizontally and those go vertically, and they meet here and there are so many kind of intersections, I thought it would give a bit messy look. So this is how I avoided it. And then I decided to give some kind of pattern for those stripes. So I had 2 stripes wider, 1 white, always white, narrower, 2 stripes wider, 1 white, narrower, and I'm at the ribbing part, so it will just hit my hip bone. And for the sleeves, you can see I'm repeating the same: white, 2 wides, white, narrow, and here it's already lost the rhythm because I'm also on the 1 by 1 ribbing. And I don't know, I was knitting yesterday at 12 o'clock and I don't like this transition. Everything is fine with it. I'm knitting on needles number 4 and here I have 3.5, but I think I will make this kind of this mug hem to give it more professional look, and then I would have to do the same here because I'm also on the ribbing. I just have to stand in front of the mirror and check if that's okay. Very simple, basic, to go with the jeans, with any trousers, and you can never go wrong with brown, blue and white, right? My daughter asked for it, and I guess as a teenager who likes everything boxy and oversized, I will use more stitches. For this, I cast on 84 stitches. So 84 for the front and 84 for the back. And I think and maybe 100 is just the right amount of stitches for my daughter. And I'm knitting another one because I decided to knit different constructions. So I have a big variety to show you and to offer you. And this is another sweater, and it's raglan. But this raglan is not the traditional one that you increase every other round. It's the elongated line raglan, and you have to knit it a bit differently. It will have, the neckline will be like this. I will not add any ribbing. Two stitches for the raglan lines. And it has quite deep opening, but because of the construction, it won't be like this, it will be like more boat type. It's better to see once than to hear 10 times about it. You can see that my armpit is here. So you see where it stops. It should usually stop somewhere here. It has quite a lot positive ease because that's how it should sit. It has to be loose because the raglan line is lower. This type of construction usually looks very flattering, not only on me, but on many people that I see wearing. If everything was fine, I'm planning to write a pattern for it. I can't promise it will be size inclusive. I can calculate one size smaller and one or two sizes bigger. And this is size M. But I can't make 4XL or 5XL. I have no experience. I don't know how many stitches there should be. If you know anyone who does it on a regular basis and is paid for this, or if you know any tips or techniques how to do that, please share it with me so I could also learn and make a size inclusive pattern for everyone who wants to have it. And I'm knitting it using Zenta by Permin. This is wool combination. It's 50 wool, 30 silk and 20 nylon, and I'm knitting on needles 3.5. It has 180 meters and I think it's burette silk because it sticks a bit to the hands. So I'm working on these two at the moment. Now I have a short video of my yarn acquisitions, and there I just warn you, I was very upset. I may not sound very kind and pleasant, but that's the reality. Okay, have a look and then I will show you what I'm knitting out of this yarn. I want to show you these colorful balls. Just the right colors to invite spring. I ordered it from fearlessyarn.com. That's the company based in England, I guess. The colors are very nice and they're definitely bright, and I think you can use them for color work or for socks and they will look amazing. However, my joy of getting this bright, beautiful yarn was destroyed by several factors. First of all the skeins came unlabeled. So I had to find my order, look at the name of the yarn, go back to their site and check the composition of the yarn and the yardage. So you can see I wrote it here. Second, it smelled horrible. I kept it in the bucket outside for 3 days and it still has this distinct smell. The smell is of cigarette smoke and some very irritating fragrant washing liquid or something like that, and plus something else. I will have to wash them before putting them to my yarn stash. And third, I got the yarns that I did not order. We buy hand-dyed yarn because of special colorways, and we are ready to pay the double price because it's usually doubled in price. When you choose a color and you are ready to pay the double price, you want to get exactly what you are ordering. I understand the company that it wants to keep the money that I already paid, but then what you have to do is either contact me and say that you sold out the colorway I want and ask me to choose, or simply return the money. I've been ordering from several shops and I've never had such an experience, and that happened with the mini skein set. Of course the colors are nice, they are pastel, but I ordered super bright, and I don't think they have the right to choose what I want to have, having in mind that I'm paying a big price for the yarn itself, plus for the shipping, plus for the taxes. I wrote them a letter of complaint and I think they will not respond. Nowadays, when there are so many indie dyers on the market, well, I think it's unacceptable. And now I will show you what I'm knitting out of this yarn. Despite my dissatisfaction for sending me stinky yarn and the colors I haven't chosen, I'm happy with how they turned out. Now I'm using the white sock yarn on the one that is white background with the speckles. And these socks I wanted to be my summer socks, and I wanted them to sit very tight on my feet. So I cast on 52 stitches and I use needles number 2. They are tight, but I know that with the wear they become loose. Of course, I'm knitting my Aurora socks. They are here in all their glory, and I love this pulling effect. And I wanted to see how the colorway that I haven't ordered looks. And I started knitting another pair. So this is how it looks on the cuff. And then I decided to do helical knitting and mix these two colors. So that's how they look. And I like it much more than only this one. I knitted one sock. So you can see there the pink pulled, and here is more green. I lost the needles, and now I'm about to start the second one. It's my cup project, so you can see the stitch markers are dangling. And I've also knitted a pair of socks for my colleague who had her birthday, and I was in such a hurry that I just washed, blocked and gave her, and I didn't take a photo. I didn't take a photo of them, but they are identical. I've knitted Angora Sophie shawl. If I have the label, I will show you. But I've knitted this for my mother-in-law because my husband is going to Lithuania and will visit her. So I knitted socks for my father-in-law. Now I've knitted a little gift for my mother-in-law. It's beautiful Angora. I haven't washed it and I don't want to wash it. It's so beautiful, it needs nothing else. And I've knitted another Sophie shawl because it's wider for my lovely friend, and he was visiting me, and I only have a photo of the shawl on her. And that's pretty much I have to show you. I will keep knitting on my stripy one, and I will start writing a pattern for this one. And now we are going to celebrate Easter. I hope you are enjoying your holidays, enjoying beautiful weather or nice people around you, family and friends. And you're knitting, of course you're knitting. Wishing you all the best and see you very, very soon. Goodbye.